Welcome back. This is round number 2. I would love to play first. If this Vizier was a devoted druid, this hand would be great. I'd go turn 1 tap land, turn 2 druid, turn 3 chord infinite mana. I just win. The problem is Vizier is not great by herself. See, I'm going to ship this hand. Don't love this hand either, but I don't want to go much lower. I do have a scry, so if I can scry a druid or a dork or a land on top, this hand is slow, but it's very grindy. If I'm up against control or Jund, it'll be great. If I'm up against burn, chaining collected companies in a row might be able to land me a couple kitchen finks and win me the game. So I'll keep burn on top, and I'll just play a tap land. So my game plan here is to play the bird next turn and hopefully draw another land or rebite the Verdant Catacombs with the Eternal Witness so I can chain collected companies. My opponent played a Blackleaf Cliffs, which means they could be on anything from burn to Jund to... I mean, they really could be on anything here. So I will play the bird and pass my turn. Magma Spray. Sure. I don't know what I'm up against here. Magma Spray. It's like shock, but destroys kitchen finks. Was this deck made to beat Coke? Jeez. Okay, so I am not going to fetch this land. I'd rather fetch a basic forest anyway than a temple garden. Let's hope we draw into a land. Looks like they might have Blood Moon here. So next turn I have company as long as Druid lives. And I actually have a good chance of winning the game. Actually, I do win the game if I top deck a land and Druid lives. Discard a card, deal 2 damage. Okay, I will discard company. Land. Sure. Same thing, if Druid lives, she's not going to, but if she does... Okay, yep, goodbye Eternal Witness. So we're up against some sort of Jund deck. Oh, we had it. We had it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we're doing well despite the fact that we had a rough mulligan and haven't drawn another land. I have no idea what we're up against here. It's like a Jund, Knight's Whisper. The Magma Spray really threw me off. That's really good against kitchen finks. So, losing the cord. Okay. Let's hope the bird lives and we top deck a land. Then we can cast Collected Company and get out of this hole we're in right here. The good news is... Oh, well, there goes company. The good news is we're much better against this style deck post-board. And there goes bird. Yeah, I don't see us getting out of this. I need to top... And you would need to draw... like a druid here. Yep. So I need to draw a devoted druid, have it live, and then draw a walking ballista or a Duskwatch recruiter or a cord or a Coco. I think I have one more draw step. Problem is that doesn't even buy into their draw step because the Last Hope can just kill the second mode. So I'm not actually blocking here. My play is... That was weird. They've got to have removal, right? Yeah, I'm not blocking. So my plan is to draw into Viscera Seer, which is a 2 of. I have 2 out of 45 chance. Opponent didn't attack? I don't know what's going on here. I probably realized that I was going to be able to hurt the Last Hope. So I still have a chance of winning here. And I think they're just going to try to beat me with the ultimately on the Last Hope, which is fine. I can beat that with Infinite Life. It'd be really painful online. It's a lot of clicks, but I can scry to Collected Company or Devoted Druid, and then to a Ballista. Okay, they're not ulting here. That's fine. Yeah, no blocks. You have another bolt, I'm dead. I'm playing to pretty much Viscera Seer here. Yeah, this is just big Jund. Okay, so... It's in my deck. Oh, I should have... Let's see. Yeah. Okay. That was a mess. Stuck on 2 lands is never fun when they kill all your dorks. So... Jund. I have a sideboard guide here. I side out the chords. Chords are pretty bad when they are killing your creatures. I bring in removal spells, Sin Collector, Knight of Autumn, Gideon, and Scoos. It's an even to favored matchup. Kitchen Finks and Shalai main help a lot in the matchup in the turn 1, and our dorks do a great job at jump blocking. We didn't see that happen because they had lots of removal and we didn't draw more than 2 lands until it was too late. The cards to be wary of are Scavenging Ooze and Anger of the Gods. Scoos is their single best card against us, and that's really what we have to watch out for. Did right, prioritize killing Scoos over Goyf in most instances. So we are going goodbye Cord, maybe goodbye Ballista. I'll consider that. I'll drop a Dork. I'll drop a Vizier. Vizier's kind of weak. I might drop another Vizier here. I'm going to be bringing in Gideon. Path, Trophy, Decay. Maybe a Knight of Autumn here. Yeah, probably at least 1 Knight of Autumn. Sin Collector, Scavenging Ooze. Another Vizier. 2 Druid. Walking Ballista is kind of fine on its own late game. I don't hate it. It's nice to kind of fall into. I think I'll just trim it entirely. So I still have the Infinite Life plan here as a combo. And I still have the Infinite Mana as just a way to fall into it. Devoted Druid's really here is just a double dork. We'll keep that. Hey, keepable hand. We got a turn 1 dork. We got a Scoos, which is a really good card in this matchup. We have 2 removal spells, and we have Duskwatch to draw us more cards. Sounds good to me. Our game plan here is to out-Jund Jund, and it's normally kind of easy to do with Eternal Witness and things like that, but this opponent is big Jund, it seems, so it's going to be a lot harder. Okay, yeah. Scavenging Oozes are one of our best cards in this matchup. The single best card we have in this matchup would be Collected Company. It's a great 2-for-1 if it hits a... Sure. I do want more land, so I'm actually not... Yeah, I'm not going to fetch. I still want one more land just to be able to hit the Coco. I like getting to 4 mana. Well, there goes Coco. Still want mana. If they're smart, it'll eat my Collected Company. Yep. And my Scavenging Ooze. Okay. Now I don't mind fetching both of these because I do have 4 mana, so if I top deck a Coco, I'm fine. And I have lots of green mana if I draw into a Skewz also. Seer's fine. So I still think this is a even to slightly favored matchup. I'd say it's like 55-45. Their version might be a little bit better because Magma Spray is really good against Kinship Minx. They cannot activate Raging Ravine here. I normally would love more removal, but we're in a situation where I have to deal with 2 Raging Ravines and they still have 2 cards in hand. Playing Vizier just as a threat. I can jump in, I can attack in for 3 here. I think my opponent's playing Knight's Whisper instead of Bob's, which is interesting. Sure. Just trying to chip in enough damage where I eventually, if I draw into a Coco, I can like one-shot them. Because they run Magma Spray, I'm not going to F6, because if they target the Devoted Druid, I'm going to minus her. Okay, so I have another Raging Ravine coming next turn, which I may have to trophy, which is kind of unfortunate. Coco. No. I think I have to kind of play into anger here, and just hope I don't get hit by it. The best possible draw is Collected Company. I think I'm just going to take 4 here. If my opponent drops Liliana, I'd rather trophy that. Sure. They have 2 cards in hand. I feel like they're removal. So I'm actually going to pass here. I want to get some value out of the skews when I play it. Sure, I'm weaker to a discard spell, but this way I also get to hold up trophy. Sure. I think I'm just going to trophy it now. Opponent might just have only lands in hand, so... Alright. Okay, so I have Abrupt Decay in hand, and I have a Scavenging Ooze. It's possible I should have gained him up to 4 life to play around Bolt, but... Alright, they conceded. They wrote in the chat, good game. Apparently they just have 3 lands in hand. Yeah! Wow, that stinks. Alright. I didn't see any real reason to keep the Knight of Autumn in. I still have the Decay and the Trophy. I didn't see a Grafdigger's Cage. I think I'll keep it in just for flexibility, just in case they do have that Grafdigger's Cage. I just didn't see it. So, 1 Knight of Autumn isn't bad. I mean, a 4/3 that does die to Bolt. So this hand's pretty bad against discard, but it's got Shalai, which is fantastic in this matchup, and it's got me pretty well set up for the grind. I think I'm actually going to keep this. If they have like a turn 1 Thoughtseize, I could be in a little bit of trouble here, and I just have to draw well. But I like that this hand has... Yeah, but Inquisition's fine. Just slows me down a bit. I like that this hand has plenty of action. Last game 1 I was stumbled on lands. In game 2, I stumbled a little bit on lands also. I won't be this hand, and Horizon Canopy gets redraws, and Gavany Township's one of the better cards in this matchup. So I can go ahead and path the Goyf and then hold Trophy up for something else. I could just take 3 here and wait. You don't hate that. The reason I waited was my opponent, I didn't see them play a land for turn, so I didn't want to really progress their mana. Yeah. Eternal Witness would be a good draw. Okay, so they did have a land in hand. A lot of people don't play Vizier out blind like this. I don't mind it. She is a threat. She will deal some damage. She's pretty good with Gavany. She gets bigger. I mean, she's just a bad little bear. I don't mind when I'm playing without hope of really hitting a combo. I don't mind just running her out like this. I mean, she's dead, but sure. I spent 2 mana, they spent 2 mana, that's a fair trade. I think the Terminate's more important on their end than the 2-1 is for me. Maybe not situationally right now, but I think I want to draw a card here. Little weak again to Anger. Anger's a card I don't mind walking into. I know some people might want to slow play that, just play 1, but if I can land 2, and if my opponent keeps flooding out, I can kind of maybe run away with this game. Or if they terminate 1, they should have waited, so then they flipped. If they terminate 1, then I still get access to the other, which is pretty nice. So I get a free draw here. Yeah, let's do that. Scavenging Ooze, on the other hand, I will wait for. And if they drop a threat here, I don't mind reflipping my creature with the Scooze in the path. I want to hold up the trophy, so Scooze. Opponent's got 3 cards in hand, no Raging Ravines in play. There's a Raging Ravine, okay. Opponent wrote, good game. Apparently just flooded out. And we have a pretty grindy setup right here. Sure. Opponent wrote good game in the chat and then still had a removal spell. It'll be... yeah. So opponent actually, let's see. They can activate Raging Ravine, block 2. Do I have an, I don't know, I can't win right here actually. If I attack in, they activate Ravine, they have a 3/3 and a 4/5. So I'm gonna have to trophy one. So I think I just attack, hope they double block, kill, end up killing both, and then just put myself in a situation for the following turn. But I don't have enough mana, right? This is basically 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I do not have enough mana to trophy and activate Gavany. Yeah, the only reason I activated Gavany when they had the Scavenging Ooze, my opponent said typed good game. Otherwise, I would have held up the mana to eat some things. I mean, opponent's not dead. So I'm trophying here to force them to block with the Ravine. Because otherwise they could have just blocked with the Ravine and kept the Goyf in play, and then following turn had an extra free block. Oh, right. Extra mana. She'll get big. They need a Bloodbraid Elf or a Huntmaster of the Fells. And they drew a land. Oh. Okay. 2-0. Took out Merfolk and a kind of sweet looking Jundalist. So I just drew the next 2 cards, a decay and a land. Okay. I love Huntmaster of the Fells, so I'm glad that is in there. I think that the... what is it? Oh, they don't have it this game. The deal 2 damage, Night Whispers, or whatever. Deal 2 damage to yourself, draw 2 cards for 2 mana. I think it's probably a budget Bob replacement. It's kind of neat. It gives you the effect, basically, of 2 turns of Bob right away. You don't have the 2/1 body, which I find very relevant. But also, you don't have the 2/1 body that dies to Gutshot. It's kind of maybe an interesting way to counter kind of Izzet Phoenix to make Bob still relevant by cutting him entirely. Not sure. I'm intrigued by the idea. And anyway, 2-0. I'll see you in the next one.